studio tour, keeping your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. There's going to be a lot of movement on the vehicle today. Some fire effects, and there's also going to be several water effects. Tons of great photo opportunities over the next hour or so, but keep an eye on those cameras to make sure that they stay dry. No smoking of any kind on this tour. That includes vape pens. And finally, for your safety and those around you, no use of selfie sticks are permitted while on board this train. All right, let's get our 60th anniversary studio tour on the road. To help us kick off our celebration, here's our master of ceremonies and host of the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world famous studio tour. I know you're thinking, why the touch? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. A great 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shine. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we pay tribute to the university's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
Thank you, Jimmy. On March 15th, 1915, our founder, Carl Laemmle, invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could watch from set to set and marvel at this new technology involved in filmmaking. With the invention of sound and the need for quiet on set, the original walking tour ended. In the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Dorskind and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving a tour of the studio returned when the Gray Line bus tours, originating in Hollywood, made a stop at Arcades. On July 15, 1964, the first of our red and white candy-striped Glamor Trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour of the Universal Line. The world-famous studio tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lake Boulevard. From there, the studio tour expanded with fantastic one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the burning house and the rock slide, which were both in this area of the lot back in the 1970s and 80s. We thought by now we might have hover trams, but these were pretty cool too. We're on board our newest version of the tour vehicle, the electric tram, as we continue our commitment to creating a zero-emission studio tour fleet. Electric trams get their power from wireless inductive charging pads, just like the one for your cell phone, only much larger. And like an electric car, we have regenerative braking. Every time we go downhill during this tour, we'll be building a charge. We're no stranger to innovation when it comes to our tour vehicles. We started with the Glamor Trams in '64. In '83, we upgraded to Supercharged, allowing us to carry more guests and experience more thrills. In 2000, we added onboard video, turning the tram into a movie theater on wheels. First thing you're going to see on this tour, off to the right, is our fire station right over here, Fire Station 51. Those are real emergency vehicles right there. Those are not picker cars. It's not a set that we use for filming. We function like our own little city here at the university. We also have our own sheriff's office, gas station, DMV, post office, restaurants, hospital wing. Really the only thing we don't have that an actual city has that needs to function is a population. We don't have a single person that actually lives here. But in the place of our residential complexes, we have something that actual cities don't have. We have sound stages. We have more sound stages than any other studio in California. First sound stage you're going to see on this tour is straight ahead of us. Stage number 12. It's our oldest sound stage on the front line. At one point it was our largest as well. Some of the oldest sets were built inside these sound stages. Some of our largest sets were built here. It's got the voice logo painted on it. The voice doesn't actually film here anymore. When I release it later. As I mentioned, some of the biggest sets ever constructed are right inside that sound stage. Take a look at your screens. Oops. Don't take a look at your screens. I can pause it in time. But take a look off to your left. You can peek inside these sound stages. Some of the sound stage looks like on the inside between productions. Right now, as we enter the front line, we're driving between the movie studio and the theme park. Off to the right, we have the back of Super Nintendo World. Off to the left, we have some of our sound stages. These sound stages have their doors cracked open. You can see they basically look like huge soundproof warehouses. And this is the area of the studio tour where guests once had a chance to explore facets of Hollywood not accessible to the public before 1964. In the 60s and 70s, they could visit dressing rooms of comedy legend Lucille Ball, step into the office of Oscar-winning costume designer Edith Head, or drive through the prop warehouse on the tram. By the 80s, this is home to the Preview Center, a popular stop on the tour that treated the special effects stage. As we pass by some of these sound stages, here's a couple folks that work inside of them regularly. Marty Banks and Ollie Charlatan from our hit show Bel Air to tell you more about our 60th anniversary tour.
We're leaving the theme park behind and entering the front lot with real Hollywood magic today. Now, we're inside the sound stages that surrounds us and create any kind of environment that's good for us. For the past 60 years, studio tour visitors have driven right by these buildings, and inside these walls, the sets from your favorite TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take you. Even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air. When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with excited guests as they drive by. So, keep an eye out. You never know who or what you'll see on the studio tour.
Right off to the right-hand side, we're going to be passing by 4 more sound stages where some of our biggest TV shows of all time have been. Beyond the sound stages, we're going to start to pass by some of our production bungalows. You're going to be seeing them coming up off to the left-hand side. They are offices to some of the top writers, directors, and producers that are currently working in this town. Kevin Williamson has an office out here on the screen. Mark Platt, producer of our upcoming film Wicked, starring Ariana Grande and Jeff Goldblum. We're going to be passing by Alfred Hitchcock's office as well. I'm here to tell you more about some of the productions that film out here. Is president of Illumination Entertainment, Chris Mellon-Dongri.
Days of the studio, these bungalows were used as dressing rooms to the stars of Hollywood's golden age. Now, they're used as offices where some of Hollywood's top directors, writers, and producers work their magic to get a production ready, including my company, Illumination. At Illumination, we create some of the most successful animated films in box office history, including Despicable Me, The Lorax, The Secret Life of Pets, Minions, Sing, The Grinch, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. And the team is hard at work again as we launch our next film, Despicable Me 4.
We've had some really good sequences in Despicable Me movies. The heist of the Honey Badger is now officially my favorite film. What it comes down to is the emotional through line, and I believe that that's why these movies have stayed in people's hearts.
To the left-hand side, we're passing by a couple more sound stages before we leave our front lot behind. This is currently where they film Lopez versus Lopez. We're going to be entering into our Metro sets. To tell you a little more about those is our Master of Ceremonies, Jimmy Fallon.
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations turned into big cities, quiet suburbs, even that guy's hometown. Yeah, that guy. For countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro sets.
Direction off to the left, we passed by New York Street. It's one of our most popular filming locations on the entire back lot. We're going to be looping around this big mural off to the left-hand side. We're getting a little bit closer to our Metro set to see some of these streets we have out here. Our Metro sets are such a popular filming location for us and other studios. We're not the only ones using them. We rent these sets out to any movie studio that wants them. Since we do have more sound stages and a bigger prop department and more exterior sets than any other studio in California, everyone comes out here to rent our spaces and our props and locations from us. Because it's a lot easier to film in our fake little city than it is to go into the heart of a real city where you have to get filming permits and you have to hire police officers to reroute traffic and deal with pedestrians coming by trying to see the actors you're working with. The sounds of the city are going to be interfering with the sound that you're trying to record for your production. If there's like a construction worker with a jackhammer 2 streets away, you're going to hear that. You don't have to deal with any of that headache here in our Metro sets. Now, all of our Metro sets were designed relatively recently. They were redesigned and rebuilt in 2008. Before that, this whole area was the home to a studio tour classic. And here to tell you all about that is one of the stars of Universal's 2005 version of King Kong, Jack Black.
And self-action. Did you know the Metro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original studio tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram so close you could feel his hot banana breath. Is that it? I believe that's my last line, and then the tram moves on to the next thing.
Yep, pretty much. Thanks, Jack. Peter Jackson, of course, directed King Kong back in 2005, but he has given us a lot more films than that. He's an incredible director, Academy Award winner, made films like Dead Alive, Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Heavenly Creatures, The Frighteners, Forgotten Silver, the Hobbit trilogy, They Shall Not Grow Old, The Beatles Get Back, and of course 2005's version of King Kong.
It's the original King Kong, but thrilled when Universal invited me back to this film. Great. Right. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience. You don't have to use glasses really. Don't put on yet. Just in your hand because we're about to return to Sky. The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Sky, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife in Sky. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel. Situation where just taking the using the creatures and the characters.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember the main scene of the entire time is that we all use belongings. Refrain from using any flash photography or lights of any kind. Welcome to Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, that was King Kong 360 3D, one of the world's largest, most intense 3D experiences. That epic battle was projected on some of the world's largest digital 3D screens, spanning over 40 feet high, 180 feet wide, utilizing the most advanced technology in filmmaking. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and Weta Effects. In fact, the filmmakers at Weta have modeled several high-profile special effects projects. We are going to need those 3D glasses again a little later in the tour, so I'm going to decide to get just yet. I'll tell you when to put those back on. There's a few people who made King Kong to tell you a little bit more about how they pulled off such an impressive feat of filmmaking. It features as much footage clearly as an almost feature-length film.
With the Project Break Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on movie, we always know people look straight ahead of the shot that we're working on. Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because one giant shot, this tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This frame represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Taking an alternate route today, which affords us a unique opportunity to check out our monster mural. Coming up off to the right-hand side, on the side of this building, we have this incredible piece of art. We commissioned spray paint artist Tristan Eaton to make this. He spray painted this by hand, paying tribute to our classic monster movie. It's a really incredible piece of art.
Another part of the process of designing these murals, going there, I got to see person props from the movie, photos from the scene, posters, all the stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies. I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding, graffiti, comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. Where it started, just really bleeding. Back in billboards and dumpsters. Without that, I never would be here using spaces like this.
Off to the left, behind this peaceful little body of water, we have the Floor Soundstage. This is 3031, which is currently where we film the race. The body of water on the left is what we Hollywood Ocean or Park Lake. Here in 1974, we added the parting of the Red Seas to the studio tour, inspired by the classic film The Ten Commandments of Paramount Pictures. Star of the movie Charlton Heston made an appearance to park the waters for our guests. The Glamor Tram seemed to drive right through the lake and give everyone on board a sea-level view.
This tram is overloaded. Tell them they can walk on water as part of the tour.
There have also been exploding water mines, torpedoes, and rock submarines as part of the action in that lake. And we're not the only ones celebrating an anniversary this year. 2024 also marks the 70th anniversary of the 3D classic Black Lagoon, which filmed here on our Hollywood Ocean. It's part of our legacy of horror films and monster movies that stretches from Dracula in 1931 to the upcoming Dark Universe at Universal Epic Universe opening next year in Orlando. And now we are entering Little Europe, where it all began. This is where we film scenes from all of our classic Universal monster films over the years. We'll tell you more about our monster movies in just a few moments, but you might have also noticed that green sign as we enter these sets. It says, "Welcome to the good place." This is also ready for the exterior from that road. These sets are most famous because we've really filmed scenes from all of our classic Universal monster films over the years. Coming up off to the right-hand side, where this VIP trolley is parked in this area, and this gentleman is doing some painting. This area is called the Court of Miracles. And this area is featured in all of our monster movies. You can actually see a big water stain in the center, a big circle right there. We used to have a huge fountain right there that's featured in almost all of our movies. We still have the fountain. We just moved it out from that area when they were filming The Good Place. But here's exactly what these sets looked like when we were making those movies back in the 40s and 50s. But we didn't stop making monster movies after our heyday of monster films in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. In fact, up until today, we continue releasing some of the most iconic and influential horror films that get put out by any studio. A lot of great monster movies made here at Universal over the years, but one stands tall amongst all of them as maybe the greatest monster movie of all time. And right now, we are heading back to Amity Island. Remember to get my attention indication of emergency, use that cord above you. Otherwise, continue to remain seated, especially in this area. Tends to get bumpy out here in Amity. Now, I don't want you folks to worry because they've captured the shark that has been terrorizing the community. He is strung up just off to the right. You can see it's come from the hard line. Just look at that. My friend George, he's a police diver here in Amity. She's been down there in the water somewhere doing a sweep, making sure they got the right shark, making sure they got the... oh my goodness, folks. George got the wrong shark. George, get out of the water! Oh, no. Terrible. Look at all that blood. That's awful. These people are standing by watching this slaughter. They don't even care. Just terrible. Alright. I feel bad. That's one of my good friends. But we have to save ourselves. So we're going to come over here. We're going to hide behind these flammable gas tanks. I'm sure we'll be safe there. Hang on, everybody. Uh-oh. Shark's taking the dock back there. Watch out, everyone.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in the film of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a greater circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram.
Oh my God!
And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on Universal Lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the pool than it did in the flashback.
Well, when it comes to building up it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour in 1968.
Mexico. We're working for Lady Gaga's music video. We're now entering into 6 points, which are some of the oldest sets still standing in Hollywood. Some of the most filmed on sets as well. Back in the silent film era, we were making up to 200 westerns a year in and around 6 points. We still use these sets today, not as filmed as Tarantino's Once Upon a Time Hollywood filmed all over these sets. Ty West's film vaccine did as well. This opera house off to the left is actually one of the newer buildings of the century. But before that, at the very beginning of the tour, I told you our founder, Carl Lemley, let people come onto the set and watch silent films being made. This is the area where most of that action happened. What that opera house used to be was a set of bleachers, and that's where audiences would sit. It's called 6 points because it actually used to be 6 separate streets where we could film 6 separate cowboy movies at the exact same time. They were all silent films. Some of them interfered with each other's productions. The audiences back then could cheer for the good guys, boo for the bad guys. And again, that was the seed of what ultimately blossomed into the world-famous Universal Studios tour. Long before even our tour opened in 1964, we were doing that way back then. And if Carl Lemley hadn't had that idea so long ago in this area, we probably wouldn't all be here today doing this tour in this beautiful California day. Because that is, again, what kind of birthed this thing that we have now. So these sets are very important to Hollywood history because they're the most filmed on sets in Hollywood that are still outstanding. But they're especially important to Universal specifically because the studio tour is such an important part of Universal's history. As you can imagine, since those sets have been there so long, it's the biggest Western stars of all time. Walking the streets at one time. Here off the right, you can see that we have a bunch of props stored outside. We actually have a humongous prop department, 5 stories filled with props, but sometimes we keep them outside. If we don't mind them being aged by the weather, we let the sun beat down on them, we let the occasional rain we get driven down on them. It kind of makes some of these props look a little more authentic. We have a brand new bench made out of oak and shiny and beautiful, but we want to use it in the restaurant. We're going to have to age that down. And just kind of letting the weather do that for us saves a lot of manpower. So we just stick a lot of our props outside as well. As we pass by this area where we're attacked by a great white shark once again, this time we're a little more removed from the set. You can see it says Cabot Cove on the side of that shack. This area, they actually didn't film any of Jaws, but it is where they filmed every season of Jaws. Climb this hill here off to the right-hand side, you're going to see this White House called the Chicken Ranch, made famous by Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds in a film called The Best Little Courthouse in Texas. This is also the House of a Thousand Corpses, the Rob Zombie film. You can easily feel the production design. Earlier I said our Metro sets are our most popular film locations. Colonial Street is maybe giving them a run for their money for pricing these sets. Our suburban neighborhood is very handy. That just means the filmmaker doesn't have to rent out an entire street if they're going to film in a place like this. The second house off to the right-hand side, this light blue house, that's the main exterior for the new series 10, based on the film from Stock 10 about Johnny Street right here.
Where do we go? Well, let's see. That's one diamonds. You can't get into it. Come on, John. We're doing a public service. With a big house in the western sky of Illinois. He's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. Increase some relatives.
The street is probably most commonly recognized as Wisteria Lane of the Desperate Housewives. Filmed out here for all 8 seasons. It looks a little different than the houses. Most of them are in job or alteration, but nonetheless, described for all 8 seasons. It's exactly what they're making Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing every audience of Backlot can appreciate, it's a good movie.
Run a lot more than just Desperate Housewives, and there's also Colonial Street to Lion Estates off to the left. You may remember with the Lion Estates, and when Marty McFly lived in the Back to the Future trilogy, these signs just off to the left are original props made for the 30th anniversary of the first film. One of the executive producers of Back to the Future is Steven Spielberg. Right now, we're on Steven Spielberg Drive, which is appropriate because of our long relationship with the Academy Award-winning director. Could say it all goes back to the early days of the studio tour.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
And it's fitting that toward the end of Steven Spielberg's Drive, we find one of the largest exterior sets from his hit film War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise. We're going to loop right into these sets. Truly incredible sets that we have here. You don't see sets of this scale built that frequently anymore. The large-scale sets like this have been a part of the studio tour for several decades. before production destroyed this suburban neighborhood for War of the Worlds, it was Site B for Jurassic Park 3. Prior to that, it served as the whimsical Whoville for Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The airplane site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Stephen.
He's like getting to sit down and talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're looking back. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Close your eyes, okay? Now close. Let me get in. Get in.
And on your right is the set that's been a highlight of the tour since the tour opened back in 1964. This is the home of Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And up next is our official scale replica of LA's most iconic landmark, the Hollywood sign. While we are celebrating our 60th anniversary, the Hollywood sign has been commemorating its centennial year. For the first few decades of the studio tour, one of the hallmarks was a visit to the Prop Plaza, where guests disembarked for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for photos and to interact with characters, vehicles, and props from their favorite productions. Well, guess what? Just for our 60th anniversary, we brought that opportunity back. You're going to get an opportunity to step off the vehicle onto our backlot and grab as many photos as you want. We have some areas around behind the Bates Motel as well for you. And remember, folks, this is a limited stop. So when you're ready to continue your tour, simply follow the signs. You will be boarding a different tram with a brand new studio guide. So remember to gather all of your personal belongings and your 3D glasses. So leave them when you resume the tour. As you disembark, please walk towards the front of the tram and have fun.
We have the Bates House. We have the Hollywood sign. If you wish to continue moving down, you may as well. Hollywood sign, Bates House. We have many more photo opportunities down the way. Hey guys.
friends.
Anybody wants to take a
The
picture?
tram is pulling in. Please stay where you are at. Please stay on the black asphalt. We're gonna let you know as soon as you cross over. Please wait for the STO units to let you know when you can jump on the tram. Please hold on. Please hold on. We're gonna open the gates, so please hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Not yet. No. Not yet. Hold on one moment, guys. We open the gates. Alright. You can hop on the tram right now, guys. Thank you so much.
Coming this way, guys.
Tells you when you come over the tram. Wait on the black asphalt. Please, guys. Hold on one moment until they open the gate.
Just make sure you still have your 3D glasses. If you don't have a pair, ask an employee to your left, they'll get you a pair. Those gates are coming down. We're about to get out of here. Hold on.
One of my first trips at Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws rock, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just feeling like that's him. That's the Jaws. Like I don't even know if that is the Jaws. I hope it is. Sharing a space with Hitchcock and Spielberg, I couldn't be more proud.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Universal's been honored to work throughout the years with such generation-defining directors as Spielberg and Hitchcock, and we're thrilled to add Academy Award-winning writer-director Jordan Peele to that list. So he wrote and directed Get Out, Us, and Nope. He's got a new movie out now in theaters called Monkey Man. But in a second, we're going to go see the sets from Nope, and here is Kiki Palmer.
What's up, Studio Tour? I'm Kiki Palmer from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Claim.
Did you see a UFO in that cloud?
Yeah. No. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
No.
Are you ready? Run!
Oh, yeah.
No. Nope. Nope.
Hell no. And we're going to go to those sets from Nope of Jupiter's Claim. It didn't film in this location. It filmed mostly on location in Agua Dulce, but they knew that they were going to add this part to our tour, so when they were done filming, they disassembled the sets, brought them out here, and reassembled them for us. Here to tell us more about it is Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking method and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live and anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world of No.
happy trains. It's closing time.
Okay, we're going to take their advice and get out. We're actually heading toward the part of the studio where we once had an attraction called the Doomed Glacier Expedition, better known as the Ice Tunnel, featured in an episode of The $6 Million Man starring Lee Majors with Andre the Giant as Bigfoot. The tram would climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet. The only way back to the theme park was through the ice tunnel, where the slightest sound could trigger an avalanche, and it always did, causing the walls to spin and guests to tilt along with the Hollywood special effects. But here's what's here now. What's going on?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought.
What?
What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason we just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
Okay, we want us to hide out and hear from a bad guy named Owen Shaw. Let's hang out here and await further instruction. You don't need to put on your 3D glasses yet.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
Well, this is fun. We got an invite to the party going on next door. So when we go in, you still don't need to put on your 3D glasses. For now, we can just enjoy the party from our seats.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Bill?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, let's back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
We've been traced by Shaw. You do need to put on your 3D glasses now. We're gonna hide out incognito in his parking garage.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime! This thing ain't moving fast enough. Let's hook him up.
I got the bull by the horn!
Now we're moving.
Witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Call it the doors!
Way to go, Larry.
Don't climb it up the missile shot!
Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this.
Only don't shoot! Head over the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold on!
Hit the nitrous. Ride or die.
Over the past 6 decades, the studio tour has taken guests on an amazing behind-the-scenes look at a movie studio in a way that only Universal can. I hope that you had a great time today, and on behalf of everyone at NBC Universal, thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you all for celebrating 60 years of the studio tour with us. For 6 decades, we've given you an insider look into Hollywood from TV's first golden age to our current era of streaming and binge watching your favorite shows. As movies get bigger on the big screens, we've given you exclusive access to ride the movies. No matter how much entertainment changes or how we experience it, we'll be here at the tour to show you how it's done. Our 60th anniversary is special to us because the tour is where it all began for Universal destinations and experiences. From 2 Glamor Trams traveling around the lot in the summer of '64, we've developed into so much more, including 7 parks, entertaining millions of guests every year, and the upcoming Universal Epic Universe opening in 2025. To get the most out of your visit here with us today, you can download the official Universal Studios Hollywood app for up to the minute wait time, showtimes, and park info. The park closes today at 7. When you get off the tram in just a moment, you're going to see the bins where you throw your 3D glasses. Make sure you don't throw your real glasses in there. People do that all the time by mistake. And on behalf of myself, again, I'm Kelly, our driver Joseph, and everyone here at Universal Studios Hollywood. We hope you've enjoyed this exclusive behind-the-scenes experience that's been 60 years in the making. And as we say here in Hollywood, that's a wrap.